Hello, friends. This is Tony Dizant, space rocker of the planet Earth. And today is a cloudy day, still beautiful day. I want to give a shout out to all my people across the world today because what I have to talk about today concerns you a lot. I'm talking about the people that mostly love my electronic music. Um, the people out there, Asian people, European people, and I can't mention all the countries, even Australia and all of them, because there are too many to mention. But I do want to say something that is very true. Like I said, I want to give a shout out to mostly all the people in Hong Kong, Thailand, Indonesia, Vietnam, Taiwan, Singapore, and I know I'm leaving a lot of people out because there's just too many people to mention, too many countries. But you know who you are, and you've been with me since the get go. You guys know what you're doing. You always ahead of us, all the time. At least 10, 15 years ahead of us. I'm talking about the United States. And I'm not ashamed to say it. This is a great country, but in a lot of things, we're way behind. So, the question that I have for you today is this one. Very simple question. Do you get the bicycle today? I mean, now? Or do you get it later? Why do I ask you this? Okay, it just so happens that, let's say not too long ago, I would say maybe about 10 years ago, everyone is looking at the other side. And there was a lot of people riding bikes on the street. Korea, mainly South Korea, Japan, Hong Kong, China, you name it. Everybody's riding a bicycle in the middle of the street. And they do have a few cars because they have big cities, they have cars, but they also have a way where people can ride their bikes. And in some neighborhoods, the streets are full of bicycles. That's one thing. I give you another example. Right around close to about 20 years ago, I saw it on the news all the time. People wearing masks in the metro area, in the subways, on the trains, on the buses. Everybody, everywhere there was a gathering of a lot of people had masks on. Of course, this was a, I think it was called the SARS pandemic or SARS. It wasn't a pandemic. It didn't spread out like this one, but it was a epidemic. So the SARS epidemic happened over there. It didn't really spread out through a whole lot of places. It did, but not the whole, like, I don't think it ever got here, and if it got here, they caught it on time. So it didn't spread out to be a pandemic, but it almost did. Like with other diseases and everything, Ebola, and you name it. They have all kind of diseases that happen in between those times. But I remember people looking at this stuff and they say, "Oh, look at them people. They kind of crazy wearing that mask all the time. What do you think they're gonna do? They're gonna go into a room and do a surgery somewhere? Why all these people working wearing all these surgical masks? Everybody was here was like baffled about that. It was like, oh, look at them people. Well, they knew something that we didn't know. Like I said, we're just always a little bit behind, and we have to face it. You know, it's like always we're like, oh, I don't want to do that. That's for them. Well, comes around 2020, and you all know what's happening. So it's still happening. But back to the bicycles. It just so happens that in this country, the fuel fluctuation is a very important matter. And if the fuel goes up too high, most of us regular people cannot function the way we used to function. Maybe we can't take all the trips that we want to take with those vehicles that we have because we have to put fuel in them, and maybe, just maybe, we might have to get a bicycle. Yeah, I'm talking to you. We might have to get a bicycle. Do you get the bicycle now or do you get it later? That's the question. Most of these people across the world just have been teaching us that, yeah, you can go to work on a bicycle. You don't need to get in a car and pollute everything and, just breathe all that smoke, smog, or whatever you want to call it. 20 years ago, when I was actively, more actively in the rat race, I can guarantee you I did not like to be stuck in traffic. I didn't like it as a kid. I don't like it now. I don't think I ever gonna like it. I didn't like smelling all those fumes because you smell the fumes no matter what. Even if you're in a cooped up car, you still smell the fumes, and it's not good for your health. In fact, it's a given fact that this pandemic came to give a breather to this planet. And I know you guys, environmental wackos, are gonna be like, "Oh yeah, yeah, he's talking the right thing." But we've always known this, and it's a matter of economic prosperity. So we got they have to tilt the balance. And so my question to you is, and I'd like you to comment on this one. Do you get the bicycle now or do you get it later? Let me know. I'd like to know. And with this one, I want to say hi to everybody. I want to say hi to all the people around the world that follow my music, follow my blogs and my videos, I know who you are. I'll tell you good news. My album is coming out and I will have new music for you very, very soon. This is Tony Dizant, space rocker of the planet Earth, still living in this beautiful planet called Earth. If you like what you hear, go ahead and subscribe, comment, hit the like button. Today, with the question of, do you get the bicycle now or do you get it later?